want to have be under a legislative punishment for that. Okay. Well, actually, I might be taking up too much time. Other members of the board.
No, as a previous small landlord myself, not a mom and pop topic. I can understand where the concern comes from. I can think of instances where a small two-family house that I and a couple of colleagues owned for a little while, we wanted to check where the person previously lived. We wanted to check the person's credit worthiness so that they were regularly employed, or that they had checking accounts, and doing this. But it frankly never occurred to us to check to see if they had a past criminal record of some kind. I know that that's not to downplay the seriousness of the concern and the rightness of the motivation, but I thinking back to that point at which I was a landlord for a while, I'd hate to think that I would be criminally liable for having not sufficiently checked that person's background. It should be the responsibility of some law enforcement agency to check rather than.
Just so you know, I don't believe this is directed at the landlord. The person found guilty would be the sex offenders themselves. Is my recollection of the way it was directed.
Actually, I'm looking at it right now, and that might have changed now since the original draft that we had presented.
Well, the 100, to my knowledge, 131 draft was voted.
Well, the way that.
However, again, like I said, I believe this is only geared toward the sex offender themselves. I think the onus is on them to know when they're moving into communities if there are laws, and it becomes so common that I think that's where the onus lies. And I think particularly when you look at Section 5 and saying any person violating the provision of this section,
and that would be the sex offender, the
section, yeah, violates by living, doesn't say the landlord or any person renting to. However, I don't think it's a bad idea to require landlords to start looking at these things, so that's not what the legislation says.
I'd have to find what I had on this, because I agree with you. I read something where essentially the landlord was responsible for it, and I don't see that in here at all. And I wish I had all of my information on this with me.
I would just like to say, particularly, if you take a look at Section 4, it says this law does not apply to any registered sex offender within the city of Providence, Section 1. Everything in this talks about the sex offender, right? So
Yeah.
I think wording about landlords doesn't say any registered sex offender landlord who's rented.
So once you register sex, whoever you registered with, basically there's a map somewhere that says these are the no zones. Must be.
I don't know whether a map was.
I could drive up and say, since I can put them out, I'll stop here. So to protect them from getting themselves in trouble, there should be something that dictates what it is that zone. And is it all schools? Well, I guess you said it, right? Schools and
Resigning can raise 1 quarter mile for any interest in public.
daycare centers. The only problem with that is what happens if somebody decides to live. They can open a daycare center right here. Keep that guy out.
That's the
other side of it. But I agree, it doesn't say anything about that. There's some management process, I guess, that goes along with this.
I guess if that's indeed the case, that there's no onus on the landowner, then my other question is still, how is it a function of the zone? Well, the planning, it's come before us for recommendation, but as a.
How else would you suggest the council get this desired result?
Can it just be a criminal law?
Not to this level, no. I mean, what this does is prohibits people from living in certain areas. I mean, what's the problem with putting it in this area?
I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud how it really pertains to zoning versus where it properly belongs.
Well, actually, Corporation Council felt it properly belonged here. I mean, the city council felt it properly belonged here. They've been doing this for some time.
Well, and I'm not saying we disagree with that. And obviously there are ways more than a little bit on our decision that this is, especially the Corporation Council, not having a problem with it. We're just gathering information.
Well, the only thing I'm asking is that this has been before the board for a while now. I think it's over a year. I'd really like to see this, and the council's anxious to see it moved sooner than later. Of course, we have, I was going to make it the last working session to have. I'd be happy to make any future meetings, but it is something I think that time is of the essence. I mean, and it's largely because I think the public now believes that when the council passed it, that these measures were in place. We made it clear at the time that I had to go to the planning board. However, I don't know if that step was not lost on a large number of people, and there were a good number of sexual it's level 1, 2, and 3 sex offenders that have moved into the area, and particularly some of them getting right close to schools. That's a problem. And that's what sparked this whole thing.
So what's the management on, once this goes through, if somebody's within that radius, does he get notification?
No, once, anybody who's living there is grandfathered.
It just prevents anybody from coming back in.
Right, this prevents anyone from moving in and out.
They can enforce that.
I don't know. I guess largely you have to require, the public goes online and finds out where these people live and have to register, and that's all on the website. So if someone picks it up off the website, or police said that they would routinely monitor it to make sure that no one's in violation of it. That, I guess, is the best way for it to be done.
And that dovetails into my question, because usually zoning, if there's a violation of the zoning code of building housing, the housing authority goes out, the housing and building goes out and hits the homeowner with a violation. I'm just worried that, because it says that the Commissioner of Building and Housing is coordinating enforcement of this law with the Commissioner of Police. What is the Commissioner, my understanding of the workings of the Commissioner of Building and Housing, the only thing he has at his disposal is issuing violations against homeowners.
Right.
I don't know if he can go, tell me if I'm wrong, can he go after a tenant individually?
I don't
For
really have
use?
to.
The best answer I can give is if there is a problem, for example, in a commercial center, a bad tenant, the housing and building will give violations against property, against the landowner. The landowner then translates that into an issue for the tenant. I'd have to ask housing and building how they deal with it on a tenant basis, because there may be non-zoning housing code issues that allows them. For example, we had an unsanitary apartment. I know that's not a zoning issue,